Buenas tardes y bienvenidos a todos. Good afternoon and welcome everyone. Welcome to a community dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shearer and I am the Spiritual Director and Founding Minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. Today is Saturday, May 23rd, 2020. And we're continuing with our annual theme, which is 2020 Spiritual Vision. The topic for this month of May is Listen to Your Heart. And the topic for today is The Path Made Clear. We open each week with a spiritual practice called affirmative prayer, also known as spiritual mind treatment. This is a powerful tool and a practical tool that shifts our consciousness so that we are open and available to accept the good that is already present. It aligns our thought with all good. So let's move into today's service with intention, as we do each week, with a reading from the Creative Thought magazine. I'll be reading from May 29, 2014. Spiritual mind treatment is always done in the first person, so I invite you to close your eyes and take these words as your own if you so choose. I see myself as God sees me. I am a perfect idea in the mind of God. I am complete in every way. I behold the life of God within myself. I know that I am in God's image and likeness. God sees me as its creation. I am enthusiastic about the divine self that I am. I see myself and know myself to be strong, radiant, healthy, happy, joyful, prosperous, and successful in everything I do. I know that I am in the flow and guided by infinite mind every step of the way. I have perfect self-confidence because I see myself as God sees me. Every part of me is centered in a perfect life. I accept myself as a whole creation of God. I am free of the negative world of false beliefs about myself. Lack and limitation do not exist in my world. I calmly rest in faith, knowing that I am loved unconditionally. I feel safe and secure and know that my future is assured. I give thanks to this inner divine self, the life of the Christ consciousness that expresses itself through me. Seeing myself as God sees me, I know that I am that I am. I release this to the law of mind, and so it is. And that was written by Reverend Aaron O'Donnell Stanley from Redondo Beach, California. So let's review our purpose, vision, and mission statements. We have a grand purpose, and that is to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. This is supported by our vision, which is to educate and support each other so we can create the life we desire that works for us right now. And we do this by means of our mission, which is to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. Here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta, we welcome everyone, no matter what path you have been on in the past. So know that you are welcome and you are valued. We teach a philosophy called the science of mind here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. In fact, at all of our centers for spiritual living. It's a teaching based on new thought and ancient wisdom. We offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth. And we honor diversity in all aspects so that we can see and appreciate the great oneness that already exists everywhere and within everyone. When Dr. Ernest Holmes founded this teaching in the 1920s, he'd studied both Eastern and Western spiritual texts to create the science of mind, which focuses on the individual use of thoughts and this powerful thing called the mind. Each week we offer a service with an inspirational message. Normally this would be done in a restaurant in downtown Puerto Vallarta. But since we're still in isolation, I welcome you to my living room via Zoom. We do look forward, however, to returning and supporting our local mom and pop style traditional restaurant, where we'll have time afterwards for discussion and hopefully to enjoy some home style Mexican cooking. More information on that will be provided on our website and the directions to get there once that we have fully resumed social gathering. So if you have any questions, you can either post them here online or send me a direct email and I'll be sure to respond. And of course, any comments as well are gratefully received. I'd recently started an online course called Seeking the Kingdom Within, and it is so on point with our monthly theme. So let's quickly review what we've been discussing this month. The first week, we discussed Seat of the Soul, recognizing that inner power and presence that is our true nature and inseparable from the divine. Being consciously aware and recognizing that we have dominion over our lives. The next week, we discussed listening to our heart, recognizing that that voice of our heart is the wisdom and guidance of the divine. It is forever speaking, guiding, and imparting itself to, through, and as us. Last week, we discussed the great work of your life, finding our dharma, our passion and purpose in life, and uncovering our gifts, talents, and contributions to the world. This week, we're discussing the path made clear, surrendering and opening up to that divine guidance. So I'd like to start by sharing this quote from Dr. Ernest Holmes. He says, as you listen to the divine wisdom within you, you will receive your inspiration and guidance. As you speak your word, think your thoughts, or make your affirmations with complete conviction, you will discover that you are using a power that actually is and that actually does respond to you. The spirit within you is God, the infinite source of your intelligence and wisdom and creative power. So let's look a little deeper into the 3 key points of today. We'll be learning to go within, to listen, and find the answer. We'll learn how to access this inner wisdom, and we'll learn how to do this with faith. So let's get started. Go within to listen and find the answer. Over the course of our lives, we have come to many crossroads or a fork in our path. Choice points on how to proceed to the next thing. I remember when I was a teenager, I used to say, if you find a fork in the road, pick it up, because you never know who's going to feed you along the way, both physically and metaphysically. But it can be challenging to know which path to take sometimes. We can become overwhelmed by the options and the uncertainty that's before us, especially in times like now. So many people seem to have an opinion these days. Have you noticed this on Facebook? I have, especially regarding the use of face masks. So, in any question, any choice of which path to take, to follow, we ask, who do we trust? Who do we listen to? Who do we follow? But it's up to us to choose what is best for us. It is precisely in these moments where we are invited to deepen our practice and to turn within and to listen to the wisdom we find in the silence. We really do have our own answers already within us. We just need to listen. Dr. Holmes says this: I am missing a slide, so let me just share it with you. He says, there is within ourselves the answer to every question and the solution of every problem. That spirit makes the demand and will answer that demand from within when we allow ourselves to wait for the mental storm to die down. Be still and know is the secret of guidance, as it is of every problem of life. A perturbed mind can never get the correct answer. A stilled mind always can, because the answer comes from the God within. And that was from Power for Good, Lesson 10. This practice of stilling the mind and listening to the heart, our inner wisdom, will work for whatever decision you are faced with. When you need to decide on which path to take, the path will always be made clear. But today I'm going to speak specifically about what's happening right now for all of us. This week, or starting June 1st, many places are being given the go-ahead to start opening up, but in stages. So, do we step out of our cocoon yet? Are we jumping in with both feet? Or are we going to just dip our toe in the water, so to speak, check the temperature? Or are we waiting to see how it goes for everyone else? Whatever you do, make it your decision. Don't just go out because your neighbors or friends are. If that doesn't feel comfortable for you, make the decision that is right for you. What does your heart say? If you find that you're on the fence about it, just pause for a moment. Put your hand on your heart. Breathe in and listen. You'll find the answer that is right for you. We need to court the presence. In order to access this inner wisdom, Ernest Holmes suggests that we court the presence and direct the law. This is attained by a deep connection with the spirit of life through meditation and creative surrender. We become completely and consciously aligned with that divine love and infinite wisdom. In the Science of Mind textbook, page 330, paragraph 1, Ernest Holmes says, "The one life flowing through me is perfect and complete. I am not apart from it. I am one with it, in marvelous unity and freedom, one with the complete whole." So trust, connect, and surrender to our inner light. Kenny Loggins says this: "Trust what is bringing you joy. It takes you someplace." Reminds me of the quote from Dr. Seuss, "Oh, the places you will go." I find that when I need to make a big decision, it's challenging to not get distracted by other people's input and to weed through so many conflicting opinions. So what I do is I go to my happy place, also known as the beach, and sit quietly in nature and just listen to what my heart tells me. Sometimes I ask myself a few questions and then see how my body reacts to the different scenarios. So for example, I'll ask, if I don't do this, whatever it is I'm seeking the solution for, what would or could be the outcome? And am I okay with that? And then I ask, what would or could be the result if I did do it? And see how that feels. Lately, I've been pondering the choice of moving to a bigger apartment and realizing that it would increase my monthly expenses. And then I thought, what would it be like if I had a roommate to share those higher costs? The answer became very clear. So, on June 1st, I'm moving into a wonderful large apartment to share with a dear friend, where we'll have plenty of space to ourselves, but also to enjoy together, such as a large patio overlooking the entire bay. I actually left knowing full well that for the first few days, not much will get accomplished other than sitting and watching the ocean and those magnificent sunsets, because that's what will bring me joy. So whatever you decide, have faith. Having courted the divine and seeking the wisdom within, the path is made clear when we trust and have faith in the law. The one will not lead us wrong. It can't. It is always acting according to law. Divine right action and divine right order are always happening. It is the word of God, source, universal energy, or whatever you choose to call it, the thing itself. Have you ever gone camping out in the woods or a campground and needed to go to the outhouse at night? We take a flashlight or a lantern with us to light the path. Or when we're driving at night, we turn on the headlights so that we can see the road ahead of us. We would drive around in the dark, unable to see any potholes along the way, or where the next curve in the road is. Why would we do that? So why would we walk around in our daily lives without our inner light of guidance? The light is always there, but we must be conscious and aware of it and trust it, having faith. In the Bible, Psalm 119, verse 105, it says, "The word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path." Ernest Holmes, in his book Philosophy of Jesus, page 25, he says, "We have direct access to an intelligence that can guide us, a life force or energy or spiritual something that can heal us, and a law of mind that we can use." Here's another beautiful quote by Dr. Ernest Holmes. This is from the Science of Mind textbook, page 331. He says, "We came from life and are in life, so we are one with life, and we know that instinctive life within, which has brought us to the point of self-recognition, still knows in us the reason for all things, the purpose underlying all things. And we know that there is nothing in us of fear, doubt, or confusion which can hinder the flow of reality to the point of our recognition. We are guided daily by divine intelligence into paths of peace, wherein the soul recognizes its source and meets it in joyful union, in complete at one-ment." So I'd like to just offer you a little meditation. So if you would like to just bring to mind anything that you are undecided on right now. And then just close your eyes for a moment and place your hand over your heart. And just feel the heartbeat, that life force within you. And imagine what it would feel like when you have made your choice on whatever it is you need to decide on. It might even be something as simple as, what should I eat for lunch or dinner today? Just breathe in and listen. Your inner light will guide you to what is right for you right now. And when you're ready, just open your eyes and bring your awareness back to the here and now. You can do this at any time when you need to make a decision. Just put your hand on your heart and listen. So I'd like to leave you today with this quote from Reverend Dr. Harry Morgan Moses. He says, "The heart of the teaching is that you are the beloved one. You are the very center of the universe. You are the perfect reality, no matter what you've done with it. No matter what you think of it, you are still that. That's the truth about you. Revealing this truth is the reason you came into existence and it is the only reason for existence. So stop thinking about the difficulty, whatever it is, and think about divine source, God, instead. Focus on the evidence of positive changes that are happening everywhere. Where your attention is, there you are. My first husband used to always say to me, wherever you go, there you are. I didn't know it at the time, but this was a quote from John Kabat-Zinn, a professor and the creator of the Stress Reduction Clinic in the Center for Mindfulness in Medicine, Healthcare, and Society at the University of Massachusetts Medical School. Empowerment or empower only what you want to co-create in your life, not the other things that you don't want. Remember, where we place our attention, our intention, is where our attention goes. And wherever we place our attention, that is what we will manifest. One with God is the majority. Trust, and the path is made clear. So our affirmation today is, I trust and allow the divine wisdom within me to guide my decisions and to light my path. I follow its lead. So now this is our time for mindful giving and financial support of our spiritual home. Here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta, we rely on your support to continue operating our center and bless all the financial gifts that you give today and every day. Any donations can be made by using PayPal through our website, www.CSLPV.org. So if you would like to join me in the offertory affirmations, I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. And together we say, I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So I thank you all for joining us here today. Make it a good day. Namaste.